Hey guys, Peter Chen here, recording another 500 Zoom video. In the last episode, we 4-bet the flop against a crusher with king high. So if you'd like to continue seeing that kind of content, please subscribe. But not to me, because I won't be doing that again. On table 2, we have the 10-9 suited. Could call this, going to 3-bet this time. On table 2, opening the small blind with king 8 off, folding to the 3-bet. We're going to try to get in this pot with the 8-4 suited on table 2. It's a little under what I should be opening. So I'm going to start with a bet. I could be betting bigger on this flop as well if I wanted to. On the ace, I think I don't want to be doing a lot of betting, but I have a good hand to do it. I'll just go for a check raise. On table 1, we defended big blind with queen 10 suited, called a quarter pot bet on the flop. Going to start betting now. So I wanted to check raise this, and I'm facing a 1.5x pot bet on the turn. I don't know if I want to be folding a flush draw, so I'm still going to go for it. The 6 on table 1 isn't the greatest card for me. He can definitely have more 6s than me. That being said, my hand probably just still has to bluff. Hitting our flush on table 2. Just going to put in the just under pot size shove for value. On table 1, opening cutoff with king jack offsuit. On table 1, I'm going to flat this ace jack button versus hijack. And with the middle strength hand, we're going to be mostly checking back on the flop. could bet it sometimes too. On table 2, defending big blind against hijack with king queen off. I think I want to be either raising or calling on the flop with the queen of diamonds. I think I want to be raising hands with a little more value. Like maybe I want to have a 10 or just like actual draw hands instead of the backdoor. I think when I'm bloating the pot, I want to have a hand that can improve to a very good hand, and King Queen makes a lot of draws and medium strength hands that I want to play a small pot with. On table 1, calling blind versus blind with 9-7. It was nice that we called 2 streets and then checked down the river and won with king high. Usually it's hard to win at showdown with these hands. We just get bluffed whenever they have anything worse. On table 2, we open small blind with 6s, get 3-bet. Going to call it. On table 1, opening under the gun with ace queen off. Against this third pot bet on the flop, obviously calling with my 6s. On table 1, open the button with ace jack off. On this flop, we want to do some big betting, do some small betting. This hand is more suited towards a small bet, but it's kind of on the cusp. Could big bet it out as well. Not sure what to do with these 6s. I think I block a lot of his bluffing hands, so I just folded, but my hand might be too strong to do that. I might just have to call. On table 2, I bet the turn again, and now my hand is not really strong enough to go for value on the river, I think. I could get called by some jacks, but I'm also up against every king. Any 6 improved. On table 2, I'm calling big blind against small blind with king 9 offsuit. It's a great flop. And that's a check. I'm definitely going to be betting this. On table 1, big blind against small blind with ace king off. Putting in 3-bet. On table 2, defending big blind against button with king jack offsuit. So we have top pair, great kicker. Going to put in a raise a lot of the time here. So we get called. I think with most of my aces I want to bet here, and with this hand I want to check call. I should be able to have quite a few aces where the other guy shouldn't have very many. Check the river too. On table 1 we went 3 ways from the big blind. I bet small on the turn, got the opener to call and the flatter who was in the small blind to fold. So now I'm wondering if I can go for a value bet again. So I don't think there is much worse queen x. Don't think there's much x. There are going to be quite a few draws, like an ace jack, king jack type hand. So I think bluff catching is my best option. On table 1, opening with ace king offsuit, we face a 3-bet. Could call, could 4-bet. Going to go for a 4-bet this time. So we get called. Going to start off with a bet. I might be able to check this hand sometimes, not sure. On table 2, we open 9s, get called by the button, who is a short stack. Can't tell if his avatar is Sammy Farha or not. So check on the flop. I check the turn again. Don't think there's anything I want to do with this hand other than call. And then call down the river as well. On table 2, we're going to open the small blind. We have a pretty nice hand. I could better check. I think I want to bet a little bit more. On table 1, we defended our big blind. We're going to check raise on the flop. This turn is a lot better for us. We have all these 7-8. We might have 3-2 suited. So I'm going to be going for a big bet. Now we hit our straight. I think I still want to be betting big here. I still have all the good hands. We're targeting some kind of overpair. On table 2, I defended blind versus blind with 10-7 suited. Face a small bet on the flop, I call. I do want to go for another street of value with this hand, but I think I'm going to do it on the river. If we get a bad river for us, like a king or a jack, we'll just check it back, but on blank rivers, then I can go for a value bet. On table 2, 3-betting small blind against button with ace king. So we get a call. I think I can be checking this hand a lot. We'll go for a check call. So calling against this quarter pot bet. I think my hand is strong enough to call again. And we get a great river for us. Get a check back. I wonder if we do any leading on that river when I'm the one who has a lot of aces. And the button has a lot of pocket pairs, 9x. I was thinking about doing something with that 9-8 suited. Decided the best option was to time out. This is not suited. I think I'm going to 3-bet it. We're doing a lot of goofing off today, I guess. This 9-8 off is pretty close. As I was saying, we're doing a lot of goofing off today, so I was not going to get in there with that hand. I think 100 big blinds deep, I could call it, but maybe 200 bigs I have to fold. Not really sure. On table 2, I'm going to 3-bet this Jack 9 suited blind versus blind. Take it down. Table 1, opening button with ace 6 suited. And table 2, opening button with ace 5 off. We flop trips here. I'm never going to check this back. Always betting, and on the ace turn, still always going to be betting my hand. I think it does make sense for me to have big bets even on the ace, but I think I want to choose sixes that are not ace 6, so I can get called by an ace. On table 2, I open small blind with 3s, get 3-bet. If I face a bet, I'll be calling it. Can't fold with the spade in my hand. We pick up a gut shot as well, but not a great gut shot, and big blind can have it X, so didn't really improve our hand, I think. So I'll just fold to this bet. On table 1, I'm going to defend big blind with Jack 6 suited. Calling this small flop bet with second pair. Return 2 pair. I think we want to be raising now. We can get called by worse hands, like a jack or a 10. I'm not sure if I want to check call this river or if I want to bet it. I think it's more likely we get called by a worse hand when we bet than we get bluffed if we check. 8-9 got there, but I don't think there are the offsuit combos in the button opening range. Maybe sometimes. We're definitely going to goof off here and 3-bet this ace-3 off, right? On table 2, big blind versus button, going to 3-bet king 10 suited. Folding against this shove. On table 1, 3-betting king queen suited, hijack against under the gun. On table 2, we opened queen 10, went 3 ways. I think I'm going to start off with a check on the flop. So on table 1, maybe we want to 3-bet this ace-5. So I have Don't Hate Me 89 marked as gold color, which, as you can tell, are the worst players in the field, since I have myself marked as this color. So that's why I'm considering raising all these hands. I think this 9-3 suited is pretty close. I'm not sure exactly where the line of calling is. Facing a bet on the flop with a pair. Now I'm always going to be calling this. On table 2, this 6-4 suited, calling big blind versus button. We flop a flush draw. I think it's good to raise this sometimes. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to be calling this or... I think sometimes I'm dominated by a higher flush draw and I'm going to be facing a turn bet a lot. So I don't get to see both cards. I'll just fold it. Hopefully that's not too big of a mistake. On table 1, I defended big blind against cutoff with ace-8, calling a bet on the flop. I don't think my 8 is I think my 8 is too strong to be checking. Going to go for a small value bet. Maybe my hand's even strong enough to bet a little bigger than that. I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching and see you guys next week.